So it's going to be the second season in the Championship, and I've got a problem. I just can't stop signing strikers. Roll the intro.
No, I won't stop.
Hello and welcome back to the Cultured Left Foot YouTube channel. I am Cultured Left Foot and we're playing the Hometown Hero save, where we're trying to take my beloved Folkestone Invicta from the lower leagues of English football all the way to Champions League glory, and we're in the Championship for our second season, which is very, very nice. And we're on a page where we're being offered a new contract, which is also very good. We know what they want to do in terms of club culture. The 5-year plan looks good. Work within wage budget, sell players for a profit, and minimum 2-year contract. They want mid-table this year, 4th round of the FA Cup, 3rd round of the EFL Cup, and lots of different things will be, done. So I'll agree to all of that stuff. Here we go. Continue. I don't know when I need to go and check when the stadium's meant to be finished. I'm happy to do all of this. Wage 21 grand is fine. Let's see if we can get a 5-year deal. No, 3, fine. Yep, fine, happy with that. Just want to renew my contract. That came about because I actually said I wanted to be manager of Belgium. I just thought it'd be good for a reputation boost, maybe look at some new players and stuff like that. The board then met a meeting. I said, well, don't worry, I can do both jobs together. And then they went, okay, well, because of that, let's give you a new deal to offer you, to hunker you down. But that's not really what you care about at the start of a new season, is it? Because what you actually care about is the players that we've bought and sold. So let's get into that now. So starting with the outs, Kevin Rodriguez, we knew he was going to move £10,000. He moves to Port Vale. Never really settled in with us. We got him in a free, so it's £10,000 profit really. Hasn't settled well to life in Port Vale either. 6.2 after the first game. So Kevin Rodriguez was the first out for £10,000. And we've bought in someone who weirdly has quite similar stats, much better physical stats, but quite similar stats technically and mentally, who I think is going to be much, much better. The next out, Will Reddy, £200,000. He's moved to Coventry. Actually did very well for us in League One, so should do pretty well for them, but never made the step up to the Championship. When he did, didn't play well, didn't play too many games. Been phased out because of the number of defenders that we've bought in that are just better than him. So more than happy to move him out for £200,000. I think Coventry may have overpaid as well. But yeah, Will Reddy has left the club. Alain Lazar, someone who we bought in on a free transfer. Never played for us, moved on a free transfer to Spain to play for CD Guglielmo. I don't think he'll ever really amount to much. Next, our biggest sale of the summer, Brett Bridge, the goalkeeper, who I've only just realised I was saying his name wrong the whole of the last time we signed him, because I was calling him Brett Bridges. There is no S. He has moved to Leeds United. They were desperate to sign him, kept on bidding, eventually got to the price I want of £5 million on deadline day. So he has gone. We got him on a free transfer from Chelsea. He never played for us, but £5 million. He's now in a Premier League team with Leeds. We'll have to see. I'll be interested to see how he gets on, because he was very highly rated when we came in. He's good enough to be our second choice goalkeeper if we wanted him to be. But yeah, he's moved to Leeds, and we'll keep an eye on him in years to come. Next up, Jason Roberts has moved on loan to Burton Albion. Probably someone that you probably won't even remember. We got him on a free transfer from Tottenham 3 years ago, and he's been to Filed again, and now Burton Albion. Much better than the National League, so he's going to try his hand at League 2. Whether he'll ever play for us, I'm not too sure. We might look to cash in at the end of this season because he'll have 1 year left on his contract. But Jason Roberts has gone as well. Another loanee out, Owen Jordan, someone we bought in who is we found him to be quite highly recommended by the scouts. Played 1 game for us in the Championship, didn't really cut it. Went to the National League, did well. In League One, currently doing well. At Millwall, they're paying a bit of money for him as well. His contract expires in 2 years' time. So again, someone we're going to look to cash in on. He is transfer listed. Don't think he'll ever really make it at the level that we want. Could be an option in that attacking midfield role if we hadn't have gone out and bought the players we've bought. I'm being a tease, a massive transfer tease. Bjorn Vold has gone as well, the Norwegian under-21 international. He is out on loan at Würzburg. I don't think he's really ever going to cut it for us. Decent physical stats, decent sort of technical stats, but yeah, never really given a chance for us. In the under-23s, 29 goals in 22, 22 goals in 37. He's gone to Würzburg to play in the lower league system in Germany. yeah, I just don't think he'll ever cut it. Chances are he'll be released on a free at the end of his contract. Jay Stansfield has gone out on loan to Grimsby. They are paying a little bit. Well, they're paying all of his wages, but no fee. Went to the Scottish Championship, didn't really perform. Now gone back down to League 2, where he should bang in goals for fun, like he did for us in our 1 year in League 2. Grimsby are hoping to be the beneficiaries of that, but yeah, in Rafe, 2 appearances, 3 goals in non-competitive, 1 in 4 or 7 total appearances, but never really given a chance for us in the Championship, which is a bit harsh. But again, we've got players that are just so much better than him now. I think it's the right thing to do. Hopefully we'll get a bit of cash for him before his contract expires in 2 years' time. So, Leeds United. Sorry, it wasn't our biggest sale, Brett Bridge. I forgot about Taras Aponomarev because Leeds paid his release fee of £6 million. Immediately sent him back out to Reading on loan in the Championship. But, yeah, interesting, really. He played 18 times for us last year, getting a 6.73. We've played 1 game this year already. He started in it and got a 7.6, playing really well. But I'm not actually too upset he's gone. He does have, or did have, he was predicted to have very, very good potential. But I don't see him ever really filling it. Determination 6, dribbling and finishing's low, long shots are low, tackling's low. He's not really capable of doing a lot in central midfield. So I was very happy that someone paid his release fee. They kept on offering 3.3 million, which is ironically now his value. They kept on trying to pay 3.3, so I said, let's structure it over so you give me loads of money over months and stuff. And I got them to do £7 million with something like 1 million down and then 6 million over loads of different months and stuff. And then when I went to do it again to try and... No, that was it. I negotiated to 7 million to do that. Then I did one more negotiation to try and get them up to like 8 million in that sense. And they just went, we'll just pay you 6 million straight out cash. The board accepted it because it meets his release fee. And there you go. Thomas McKenzie is the last one, as I accidentally flicked back to the screen that I didn't want to show you. Thomas McKenzie is a very good player. And he is a very good player. He's just not as good as the people that we've bought in. A bit unlucky maybe to be sent out on loan to MLS. They're paying quite a lot of money. If you think we paid £110,000 for him just to sign him from Leicester, we've got 100k of that back just for a loan. And he hasn't started very well out there. But 32 appearances, 7 goals, 2 assists, 2 player of the matches for us, 6.91. Looks good. The players I've signed are going to have to step up. But obviously with Mas and Bandiera and Milner there, and still got Bologna at the club, his chances were going to be limited. So it is a bit sad to see him go. If he impresses, he will be given a chance next season. His contract is up for expiry, so hopefully we can cash in on that money though. But yeah, 6 foot, good pace, good acceleration. Concentration was low, bravery was low, but finishing and composure was pretty decent. Probably could have had a lot of goals if I'd played him a bit more, but if you look at his overall record in 2 years, 9 goals in 45 isn't the best. So, yeah, Thomas McKenzie is the final player that leaves the club. If we just go into release players, only one release player for the season. Torben Olsen is the out who's been released, not been picked up by anyone else. 3 years at the club. He played twice for us in League 1, not doing very well. Dropping down 10 for attacking midfielder. 10 in 36 isn't too bad in under 23s, and then he didn't play this season. So, yeah, Torben Olsen is the only released player that we've let go. And then we move on to the numerous ins. Now, again, I didn't sign any under 18 players from our intake because they're all terrible. So we have signed released players or free players from players that have been playing in Premier League clubs. So first one is John Hall, a centre-back, 6 foot, very good physicals, looks like he's got decent mentals as well, tackling, heading and marking all in the right direction and going in the right places. Used to play for Chelsea, at the moment in our under-23s, is averaging a 7.07, which is very, very good. Looking forward to see what he can do, and he's a promising centre-back, decent determination, fickle personality is a little bit poor. We're going to hopefully get him in a mentoring group to sort that out, but yeah, we'll see how he progresses. He's the first of many, so we'll very quickly go through the under-23 signings that we've made, of which the next one is Tony Frew, striker from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Likes to shoot from distance to try and play his way out of trouble. Good pace, good acceleration, good finishing. Composure needs improving, determination needs improving. Unambitious is pretty poor, but I'm hoping that we may be able to cash in on him for a little bit of loan money and maybe a sell-on fee as well if we can do it. He has got good potential, but that unambitious and low determination could be a deciding factor. So far, 1 goal, 2 assists in 2 appearances for the under-23s, averaging an 8.0. Lewis Mooney, another striker, joins from Man City. Can play on the right wing as well. Good finishing, good composure, good pace, good acceleration. Off the ball needs to improve if he's going to really get better. He's a good balanced player, decent determination. Again, in the under-23s for us, 2 sub-appearances, 0 goals and no rating so far. He comes from Man City. Now, the first of 2 Man United youngsters we've bought in on free transfers. This guy's probably slightly the better one. A promising striker, target man, which we don't really use, but great finishing, good bravery, composure's good, decision's good, off the ball's increasing and looks pretty good. Jumping reach is good, strength is good, 6'0", 4 goals in 2 starts, 2 sub-appearances on a 7.57. I am actually looking forward to see how he can improve. If we can get that pace and acceleration up ever so slightly, he could well then turn into a poacher, which would be quite useful for our formation. But yeah, eager to keep an eye on how he does. 2-year contract, wanted on loan by quite a few clubs. And I think if we can get him out, getting him professional sort of football, league football rather than under 23s, it would help his development. So yeah, Chris Kerr is the first of the youngsters from Man United, with the second one being Lorenzo Vitale. Now, he's bought in generally because our under 23s don't actually have many fullback options. He comes in unambitious, determination's pretty low, great teamwork, great vision, good work rate, first touch tackling's good, crossing dribbling needs to improve, tackling's good. At the moment, a defensive sort of fullback. We're hoping to turn him into a wing back. I've got all the individual training set up for the under-23s as well. Yeah, so far 4 appearances, 6.95. Again, bolstering the numbers for the under-23s is always good to help players come through, because sometimes you pick up some gems, as I've already shown. But Aldershot, Carlisle, Halifax Town and Stockport County want to take him on loan. Again, if he can go out and get first team football, it probably would be better for him and us in terms of his development. Very short, 5'3". Height does seem to impact players quite a lot in Football Manager 20, so we'll keep an eye on him. And then a youngster that joined us who we'd already agreed to take on, Dogan Biber in goal. The under-23s needed a goalkeeper. He actually signed quite a while ago and then came on loan, and he's just turned of age of 18, which means he's allowed to move to the UK. He was rated 5-star potential when we scouted him and saw how good he would be. We've brought him in and he doesn't quite look that good, but he is the last of the players that we've signed purely for the under-23. So let's get into the big signings. Loans, money's been spent. Let's go and have a look. So first up, we'll go through the people that have signed permanently for Folkestone after being on loan. Carlos Mas joins as the complete forward. We know he's pretty good. 1 goal in non-competitive, an 8.4, 1 assist in the 1 league game we've played this year. Last season, 6 in 17, 6.92. Very excited to see what he can do now he's at the club fully. Carlos Mas is in the van. Mateo Silva made his move from AC Milan permanent after his loan. We got him on a free transfer. Again, very excited to see what he can do. Really good championship performances. 7.03 over 39 games is incredible. 1 appearance so far, 7.2, looks to have kept on going where he left off, and I'm very excited that we got a youngster from AC Milan to join us, which is very, very good. Alessandro Bandiera, who has been the beneficiary of us signing someone else, because I forgot he had a match highest earner clause. There's a hint of the ability we've now allowed to play players. Really good. This guy's 8 in 18 when he joined on loan in January, signed him on a permanent deal, already got 1 in 1 in the league so far. I think he's probably going to be our top goal scorer this year, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Very, very excited by bringing him in permanently, and I reckon if we don't get promoted, I reckon a Premier League club will probably buy him. Good player for most EFL champions, with potential to be a decent Premier League striker. Hopefully, he fires us up and we get to see what he can do in the Premier League as well, which is really, really good. Ruben Medina joins the club. We renewed his loan. He's just a very good option to have. Has progressed quite a lot in the season that we had him, a 6.84 over 28 games. He's got 6.5 in 1 appearance. Not the best of starts this season, but I think there'll be enough about him to actually improve. He started last season quite slow, 6'4", really good physical stats. Mental stats are pretty decent as well. And then the technical stats are sort of good in the right places that he needs them. So very happy to renew Ruben Medina's loan as the Uruguayan in central midfield. Another loanee joins. Sam Stockton joins. £17,000 a week we're paying Chelsea to bring him here. He's a right winger or a central midfielder. And I think probably attacking midfield as well we're going to play him. We are also training a 4-2-4 formation, which can utilise him on the wing because his pace is ridiculously good. yeah, very excited by this guy. Current ability 4.5 star, potential ability 4.5 star. 23 years old, 1 under 21 cap for England. All round really good player. Really should do well. He's only just signed, so he hasn't actually had an outing yet, but hopefully you'll see him in action today against Watford in the live com that we do. Very excited by Sam Stockton, joins on loan from Chelsea. He's got a long... Oh no, his contract expires this year, so if he plays well, we'll try and pick him up on a cheap again, which is really, really good. Right then, I think that's the last of the loans. Next up, Bobby Wilkinson joins. He is a free transfer, but he is under the age of under 23. He's the guy that gave Banderia 36 grand a week. But look at the state of him for a centre-back. Absolutely brilliant. Gets forward whenever possible, so could potentially do the libero role. Marks opponent tightly, knocks ball past opponent, does not dive into tackle. So a bit of a mixed bag. I may try and get rid of the gets forward whenever possible trait. Acceleration, great. Balance, great. Pace, amazing. Stamina, amazing. Strength, amazing. Positioning, amazing. Marking, great. Tackling, great. Heading, all right. Decisions, great. Concentration, great. Bravery, okay. Anticipation, great. Aggression, 16. He was at Man United and played for them in the Premier League. He and one other player we've bought should be the defensive solidarity and solidity that we need this season to get promoted. That's all I said I wanted to focus on. I've said I wanted a left wing back. We've signed and we haven't looked at him yet. I said we wanted centre backs to improve our defence. I've picked up this guy and another guy that we'll look at in a minute. And then I've just picked up people that generally make us better, I feel. So Bobby Wilkinson as a defender centre is in the van, and I'm very, very excited. And then we'll go in price order of what we paid. £2.5 million. We've bought in a starting left wing back / left back from a rival. He's 30 years old, so it's a bit out of sorts of what I usually do and pay money for. But Mark Boller. Now, if anyone followed my Middlesbrough back to Prem save, Mark Boller was there. I think we got him in, and he was very, very good. So, yes, 5'11" isn't the tallest. I like his stats though. Gets forward whenever possible, runs the ball down left. It's exactly what we want from our wing backs. Passing's a little bit poor, but good crossing, good dribbling, good tackling, good technique. All around pretty decent. Lots of blue, which is still pretty good. In terms of his previous performances, Sunderland bought him from Middlesbrough for 1.3 million. So we've given them 1.2 extra in terms of money wise, but good position, good historic performances pretty much everything. Take away that 6.62 in the Championship for Middlesbrough there, everything else has been pretty damn solid in the Championship, and then drop down to League One where he overperformed as you would expect. But we've brought him in as our new starting left wing back / left back, and I think it's a very good option to have. 2-year contract, 18k a week. Yeah, very, very happy. A Congolese international joins the club. Next up for £3 million, it's a striker. When he was made available, I just don't think I could turn it down, really. Look at the stats he's got and tell me that was a bad decision to pay £3 million for him. Yeah, he's really small, but with that tiny height, he's nippy. Acceleration, balance, pace, all great. First touch, finishing, dribbling, composure, off the ball. I think this guy could be very good. Only wanted to be a squad player as well. Joins from Lyon, where he absolutely took the piss in the National 2 Group A division last year. Ligue 1, he has played a couple of games in Ligue 1 and never done badly. Always got like a 6.8 sort of rating. Yeah, very excited. I'm very excited by this guy. Could be a bad investment. However, I think we'd get more than £3 million if we were to sell him. Decent potential, current ability's okay. Unambitious is the only problem. And likes to run with ball down left and cut inside from the right wing. So, I'm excited. I'm excited by him. Let's see how he gets on. And then our biggest money outlay, Ibrahima Cissé, the other centre-back we bought in. This is the dominating centre-back we want. 6'5", great jumping reach, good strength, good heading, good marking, good tackling. Positioning's okay. Concentration's great at this level for that sort of centre-back. Very excited by him. Yeah, £4 million. We bought him from Saudi Arabia, where he was absolutely ridiculously good. So I'm hoping he reciprocates that here. 1 appearance, 7 average rating already in the league, and very, very excited to bring him in. And I'm hoping that this is now the squad that gets us to the Premier League. And to be fair, it started very well. So we've spent 9.5 million, bought in 11.5 million. In terms of finances, we've got 820k left because I put a lot of it into wage budget. We do have other deals. Now the transfer window is shut. I've decided to make... I've gone in for a few other people that we've gone. Nestor Palarozzi, 700k. We're paying his release fee because I think he looks very, very good. Scouting still in progress, but I think he looks very, very good. And we have made another offer for Moditz Bulbul, who's on a free. Again, looks pretty decent. Not too bad. Picked up because we went and looked at the big teams in Germany to see who they'd released, and this was one of them, so I thought I'd give him a look. And then Thomas McKenzie, is that it? I think that's all of it, yeah. I think that's all of it. So they're the other two players we've got. If I go ins, is that right? Because these guys you've already seen that are joining later. Yeah, we tried to get Luis Eduardo, but they were having none of it. Found him in the Brazil under 23 squad, and I thought I'd give it a go to try and prize him away, but they said no. He looks like he's going to be absolutely epic. We might as well give him a scout, to be honest. But yeah, and then on the outs, we had bids for Will Dennis. We rejected them all. Rajic, we rejected all of them. And McKenzie, loan deals. Obviously, he's now moved on loan, but rejected the other ones. So that brings you up to date for everything on transfers. Our first game of the season was against Sunderland, and we won 1-0 away from home. A very good start. Alessandro Bandolera getting the goal. And now we're playing Watford at home. This episode has already gone on for long enough, but let's dive into the game. Hopefully you're all still here. Say hello. Leave me a hello in the comments and a happy new Monday week. New start to a Monday, new start to a week, all that. Maribor shirt is on because I haven't worn it in a while, so I thought I would on screen. But very excited. Tactics-wise, we're still going in with the same tactic. We are also training a 4-2-4 tactic as well to try and give us a little bit more of an options going forward if we need to. But at the moment, this is how we're going to line up. I just need to redo the team because I've been playing with this in pre-season friendlies, which were a mixed bag. So I'll get into the game and I'll see you in time for kickoff. Okay, so this is how we're going to line up for the game. Dennis is going to be in goal. Selva, Wilkinson and Cisse at the back. Two new centre-backs coming in. Wilkinson for his debut. Cisse for his second game of the season. Bolla comes in for his debut at left wing-back. Larea starts at right wing-back. Medina and Harris in the middle. Stockton in attacking midfield. Mas and Bandarea up front. We're going to start positive and try and take the game to Watford. Squad numbers, lots of squad numbers needed. Bobby Wilkinson, who wants the number 8? Stockton wants the number 8. That's already gone. You can have the number 28. Peltier can have the number 26. Bobby Wilkinson at the back can have... Oh, wow. Bolla should definitely have the number 3. And Bobby Wilkinson at the back can replace Harry Charsley as the number 33. Here we go. So Bobby Wilkinson's a bit of an interesting one because he wants to play as a central defender on cover, but also likes to get forward whenever possible. So he should automatically sort of play like a libero. Watford are lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Alfie Mawson at the back. Shalabar in there as well still. Divine is there. How's Shalabar looking? 33 years old. Looks pretty good. Maybe lacking a little bit of something. But Stockton in for a debut. Bolla for a debut. Wilkinson for a debut. Let's see how we get on into the dressing room. Assertively, go and give the fans the money's worth. First home league game of the season. Apparently, we've sold 10,000 tickets for this game, which means it should be our highest set attendance and our highest gate receipts as well. So we'll just keep an eye out for the news item after the game as Bolla straight away comes forward down the left, lays it back to Cisse. So what our defence now is very tall as well. For some set pieces from corners and free kicks and stuff, I'm hoping that we do pretty well. In fact, I should probably put play for set pieces on because the board want us to take advantage of set pieces. O'Hare, Chalobah, Thiago Gueva for Watford. Turns his man into Mikoa. Mikoa back to Chalobah. Mikoa. So you can push. See, they're pushing their wing backs on really far. Larea gets it away. Mass has got a foot race. Is he going to get there? Gabinet. Oh, he came and left, and Mass went for the shot. Should have laid it back. Bandera was in the middle, but a decent start. 2 minutes in. As you can see, we are 1 from 1, so we're mid-table at the moment. This is the last fixture of the week 2 in the championship. As Bolla can't get that, and Thiago Gueva is there, puts the ball across. Header, not really troubling as Mej Triata puts it wide for Watford. But I'm reasonably confident of this season that we can get the playoffs. That's my personal aim. Obviously, the club want us to get mid-table. I think playoffs is where we should be looking. We've spent a little bit of money. We did okay last season. As I said, the championship is the level that we want to sort of balance out at so that we're definitely ready for the Premier League when we can get there, if we get there. Larea, Selva goes all the way back to Dennis. We do this a lot more as well. We keep the ball just going backwards and keep the possession, which I'm really happy about. Dennis, Selva, Medina, back to Selva again. Selva goes back to Dennis. Can we build it down the left? Dennis into Wilkinson, into Harris. Harris now does go left to Boller. Boller comes forward. His first real time we've seen him running at the defence. Boller puts a good cross in. Mass is there with a header, but over the bar. Decent play from Boller on that left-hand side. Good patient build-up from Invicta, which is really what we want to do. As let's shout at them to get creative a little bit. Half an hour gone, 0-0. As you can see, Watford and us both won our first games of the season. So 10th and 11th for us at the moment. Teams that came down, I can't really remember who it was. I think Palace got relegated, or were they in our division last year? They may have been in our division last year. But yeah, that's the sort of shit I need to pay attention to. What I will do at the end of this season, because it's season 10, at the end of this season, we're going to do a review of the last 10 seasons in Football Manager. See, you know, transfers, who's won what over the years, the Champions League, who's been dominating in Europe and stuff like that. We've been the better team, which I think we have. And then we'll passionately give them the old faith and that sort of stuff as we'll get in there. We'll start the second half. David Dunn has stepped up. I'm not going to say he's as good as Ross as my assistant manager, but he's stepped up and done a decent job so far. Mawson into Miguel. Miguel running all the way down the left-hand side. What can he do? Well, can't do much. Larea wins the ball and then wins a throw and off him as well. We're struggling to create chances at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. We haven't had a half chance or a clear-cut chance in the game. But maybe it might now be a case. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Go to the pitch, please. Stockton, free kick. In it goes. Back post, Silva. It's over the bar. They've brought on taken off Iose and brought on Manuel Rojas. Into the tactics we go. Right, Bandera off. Peltier on for his debut. In fact, Mass off and Milner on as well. We know Milner can do a good job. He has got goals in him. So, 2 new strikers to challenge the Watford defence. O'Hare into Miguel, who's got a little bit of space. Thiago Gueva, there is an overlap on, but he goes round the outside of Larea. Tackled well. Miguel tries to keep it alive. Stockton putting him under pressure. Miguel again, back to Divine. Watford keeping the ball. Chalobah into Miguel. Miguel, if we can, if we could just rob the ball there, we've got a good counter-attack on. We have robbed it through Boller, and Harris is going to get there. The fresh legs of the new strikers. Peltier, look at that pace, he's in. Peltier, he's in on goal. It's a save from the keeper, and Stockton couldn't jump on the rebound. Oh, Peltier, that pace looked very, very good. Looked very, very good indeed. Throw in it goes. Harris. Tackled by Makoa, and it's a corner. And all three centre-backs go forward for it. Stockton swings it in. Cisse with a header over the bar. An hour gone. And, well, I'd like to say we're asserting our dominance, but Watford aren't out of this. Cisse will bring this one down. Into Medina. Medina looking left. Peltier, he's 5'5". He's not going to win that header. Out it goes to Tritar. Tritar for Watford on the right-hand side. Peltier getting back and putting in a good tackle. Tritar gives it to O'Hare on the overlap, though. As Watford come forward. Boller puts it in a tackle. Stockton lets it go over him. Really good dummy. Peltier is going to make a run, surely. He's got that acceleration. Peltier again shot, and Gabinet makes the save. He's looking lively, Peltier. I like it. He's looking very, very lively indeed. Stockton over the ball. Fires it in back post. Silva is bouncing around, and it's Peltier's offside. I don't think he needed to touch it. I think it was going in. Silva... Yeah, it's fallen to this guy here who just pokes it home, and I think it hits Peltier. Oh, man, that was the chance. Stockton, free kick, in it goes. It's bouncing around. Watford dealing with our set pieces okay at the moment. Makoa into Divine. Divine goes long, and Thiago Gueva with a great first touch. He's surrounded by yellow shirts. Silva makes a tackle, and Boller will pick up the loose ball. We've got 25 minutes to go. I'm just wondering if we make our final sub. Cisse, back to Dennis. Dennis with a bit of time, into Wilkinson. Into Medina. Silva. Lots of space outright for Larea, and they found him. Larea, what's he going to do? Surely he can try and beat his man. Divine robs the ball. Medina. Silva. Wilkinson picks it up. Look at this passing. It's wonderful play from Invicta. Boller with the ball across. Milner lays it down. Peltier. Oh, it's just past the post. It's wonderful football. It is really, really good football. Wilkinson's the only person not playing brilliantly. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at the moment, and we're just going to keep shouting at them when we can. Throw in. Harris. Lays it back to Boller. Into Harris. It's got Boller again, but it goes all the way out to the right. Larea. Medina. Back to Silva. We've always got options. That's what I like about this. Because you go back there, pressing with one, then we play it back out. Silva. Into Larea. Larea back to Silva. Silva to Harris. Back to Silva. Into Harris. Back to Selva. Waiting for a gap. You can just see it. There is the gap. What a ball from Harris. Larea's in. Shots blocked. And he's going to keep it alive. Larea puts the ball in. Milner with a header over the bar. Oh, it's just not coming off. It's that final little chance. One clear-cut chance, 2 half chances. We have absolutely dominated this second half. Stockton picks the ball up in attacking midfield. Are we going to rue not putting one of these chances away there? O'Hare goes long. Easy for Wilkinson. Into Cisse. Cisse, oh, he dallied on it, and Rojas. And here comes McCoy's accelerated pass. Wilkinson shoots. Dennis touches it over the bar. And, we have been the better team. We just haven't taken our chances. And a free kick corner comes in. O'Hare keeps it alive for Watford. Medina puts it behind. I think we're going to have to make our third and final sub. Stockton playing well. Medina, Bola, Wilkinson stepped on as well. Could do Medina for Rajic. Let's go for that. Just to give us another... Oh, do we bring Sarake on for his... Oh, this is tough. Or do we risk... How much do I want to risk going for the win? I could go to the new 4-2-4 and bring on... no, we're playing really well. I shouldn't change the formation. We're playing well. Wilkinson hasn't had much match fitness. Could bring on Humphreys for him in there. But I don't really want to do that because the defence are playing pretty solid at the moment. Go with my gut instinct. Rajic on for Medina. Rajic is a very good up-and-coming youngster. I'd like to see more of him play. Corner for Watford. 20 minutes to go. Cottrell over it. Swings it in. Cisse heads it away. Milner's there. Puts his foot through it looking for Peltier. And O'Hara wins the header. Divine. Back to Salisu. Ojo in space for Watford on the left-hand side. Back to Chalaba. Chalaba to Tritar. Cottrell into Rojas. Terrible shot from Rojas. And it goes behind. Let me shout on my team, Football Manager. I just want to shout at them. Dennis into Cisse, out to Bola. Bola on the left. Comes forward with it. Ball through. Peltier, pace again. Oh, his shot is blocked. Watford are just hanging on with the block shots and the just chances. Bola, with just that. The pace of Peltier looks incredible. Stockton, Harris, Cisse. Cisse's got the ball. It goes all the way out to the right to Larea. Wonderful ball, to be honest, to switch the play. Larea puts a cross in. Milner flicks it on. Mawson heads it away. Miguel Cottrell for Watford. Tritar. It's... I can just see them scoring a goal in like the 82nd minute or something. O'Hara. Back to Chalaba. Chalaba to Miguel. Miguel to Cottrell. Cottrell to Ojo. Ojo shoots. And Dennis. What a save. I thought it was going in. What a save from Dennis. Oh my God, just let me shout at them. Cottrell, cross in. Rojas, he really should have scored, to be honest. And that's the sort of chances we can't afford to give up to Watford. And why we need to get this goal. Cisse into Selva. Selva, good ball outright to Larea. Larea comes forward with it. He's caught on the ball by Divine, who wins it. Danger of getting a red card there on a second yellow. Ojo comes forward for Watford. Larea robs him. Goes long, looking for Peltier. He's the 5'5", but brings it down really well. Milner into Peltier again. He's got the pace. Peltier! Oh, he's tried to lob the keeper and it's gone over the bar. He's getting into places, but he is a bit wasteful. He is wasting a few opportunities. He's on a 6.6 at the moment. It's also very good to see Stockton playing well in attacking midfield. Divine wins a header to Ojo. Rojas comes forward with it. It is the 84th minute. Rojas... And it's just gone the side net. And I didn't know if they were going to give that as a touch from Dennis as the save. 88 minutes gone. I think we deserve to win it. 4 minutes of injury time. Bola tries to beat man into Peltier. Peltier shoots. It's deflected by Stockton to Larea. Larea ball back across and Miguel gets it away. 20 shots we've had. 7 on target. So not the best ratio. Throwing in. O'Hare clears it. Full-time whistle. Well, for a 0-0, I'd say that's one of the most entertaining 0-0s we've ever had. I'm happy with that performance. I think we played really well. A wonderful performance in the 0-0. Keeps us in 11th and Watford in 10th, but keeps us, Derby, Nottingham Forest, Hull, Swansea, Watford, Cardiff, Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, Villa, Sunderland, QPR, Birmingham, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Huddersfield. Loads of big teams in this division. And... Yeah, very excited. Very, very excited about this season. Let me know down below where you think we're going to finish this season. Have we got enough in us to get a promotion? Are we just going to be in the playoffs? Is it going to be mid-table? Are we going to be battling relegation again? But yeah, let me know down below. Next up, Bristol Rovers in the Carling Cup. We'll probably play quite a few games offline and come back for... wow, look at that. Middlesbrough, West Brom, Sheffield United. Bloody hell. Crystal Palace and Birmingham back-to-back. Cardiff and Nottingham Forest and Swansea. Cardiff, Nottingham Forest, Swansea, Crystal Palace, Birmingham. There's too many big teams in this division. Probably come back for 2 home games then. West Brom and Sheffield United. I think that would be 2 good games to come back for. So 10,379 people. Let's just see if that did break records for Folkestone Invicta. And see if we've now got a highest ever income gate receipt wise. That's terrible English, but we'll go with it. Team selection. Folkestone board. Sources close to Folkestone board have remained at the club in the pursuit. Yeah, well, I've just signed the new contract, so that's totally fine. Okay, we didn't get any news around about the gate receipts or anything like that. Maybe it's not a new record then. That surprises me. I thought it would be. I thought it would be a new record, but obviously not. No, generally not. If it changes, I'll let you know in the next episode. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, potentially, I might be the Belgian manager when we come back. They have still got a manager. It's only insecure as well. Felice Mazou. I wanted the England job, but they gave it to Jindřich Tribovski, who has a hat in his profile, which I don't approve of. But... yeah, I just like international management as part of the thing. I wouldn't put it in. I wouldn't put the episodes in unless we're England manager at a World Cup, probably. Well, let me know. If you want me to show some international games, I can more than happily do that. But and also, is it worth being Russian manager? Do I want to say that I'm happy to be Russian manager as well? Basically, always being an international manager boosts your reputation, allows you to sign better players and gets your name out there. So it's very, very interesting to do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for the next episode very shortly. Well, tomorrow. But... yeah, for now, I'm out. Cheers.